is going to shock you.
That I'm really a woman.
We'll be right back. Still to come. Can you guess the top models from Miss J's past before Miss J does? Who is that? America's Next Top Model, diva coach extraordinaire. I say that every week, don't I, when I introduce you on
Yes,
Top
you
Model?
do.
Miss J is here. Don't forget to watch Top Model tomorrow night on the CW at 8 o'clock. Now, Miss J, he wrote a book, an amazing book. It's called Follow the Model, and he reveals so much about himself that none of his fans know. Actually, I met Jay backstage at a fashion show in Paris, and I just saw this tall, glamorous man and was so taken by him. And he was the first person that I went to be a part of America's Next Top Model. Now, back in the day, you used to also dress in drag.
Yeah, I used to just run around the clubs in drag. It was sort of like, it went from being outrageous to get in, then I thought, ooh, child, let me try them shoes on. And because I'm a size 13, so I have bologna and cheese.
You guys know what bologna and cheese is?
When your feet are too big for the shoes, so your toes hang over the front and the back.
Like the bologna and cheese does in the sandwich, it like hangs over.
So I decided to cut the backs off of a pair of shoes that a friend of mine stole from the department store when he was working in display, and I just put some ribbons on them, and I said, oh, these are kind of cute, and then I started putting them on and going out to clubs and making the clothes because I couldn't afford to buy the things that I wanted.
And you make your stuff on America's Next Top Model too. All the crazy costumes, he sews them by hand, most of them himself.
Man.
So you started doing runway in the nightclubs. I didn't even know this. I didn't know this part of
Yeah,
your
I just
story.
started just hearing the music and feeling the moment and just seizing any blank space. I would just start doing catwalk. And then I would walk up and down Madison Avenue. It was a ritual for me on Saturdays. This is when I thought I was white. And I would just create these clothes, and I would walk up one side of Madison Avenue, look in the store windows for inspiration, look at, wow, look at what I couldn't afford to buy, but I knew I can go back home and try to make.
And try to make it.
Yeah, so I would do that, and then I'd walk down the other side. And a few times I was not let into the stores.
Because? Wow.
Well, that's okay. They became my best friend in the end.
A lot of young models did not have their families. They'd go to Paris, they'd go to Europe, and they didn't have anybody, and you became like a dad to a lot of these girls. Not only did you teach them to walk, you know, down the runway, but you also became like a father figure for them.
Yeah, I would even help Kimora, for instance.
Yes.
I would sit back and help Kimora do her homework, because they were shipping her homework all the way from St. Louis to Paris, and I was making sure that she was getting her homework done. And in exchange, I would eat her stuff out of her box of stuff that her mother would send her.
Kimora's mother would send her like care packages. My mom did too, to Paris. Kimora Lee Simmons of Baby Phat. And she would only eat that for all of her meals. Because, and I kind of did that too. Ooh, some Oreos or
yeah, it was
tuna.
the Oreos, all the kind of stuff. I would just go through it. And in the end, it was I would go to the shows with her, hang out backstage, as I would do, how we kind of sort of met, and just say, oh, you know, the next time you walk, stand up straight. It looks better when you walk like this. And I would sit at home, actually, and just line up things in my own apartment to pretend that that was the film crew, the couch and the stereo was the audience, and I would hang up clothing in the bathroom and time myself, how quick can I go back there and change?
Like a quick change of backstage at a fashion
and I was
show.
all by my damn self in the apartment. So now, you know, I know I wasn't wrapped too tight, but hey,
now,
being creative.
Before the break, I was saying that there's something that people don't know about you. And even when you told me, I was like,
Good, I'll tell you a lot of things.
Yeah, you do, but we can't talk about those on TV. But this one we can. Will you share with the audience what no one knows about you? At least the public doesn't really know.
Well, actually, I'm a dad, not a biological dad, but I'm a dad. It was with my ex-boyfriend. You know, I married well back then, girl. I met a doctor. And one of his co-workers, a French lesbian, had asked if we would be sperm donors. So we thought, okay, get back there. And I said, well, you want me to do you? And she was like, ooh, I'm not that talented. So I said, okay, fine. So we did a little test tube, and we did it the first time, didn't work. Second time, she lost it. Third time, I said, okay, whatever color comes out, either Alex is yours or he's mine.
So you guys both gave sperm, and whatever color came out was who the daddy was.
Yes.
So is this your light-skinned white baby?
And that's when I said, ooh, Lord, thank God, no child custody hearings, he's yours. But there he is.
Let's talk about dating. Are you dating anybody now? I don't even know this. I know a lot about you. We talk a lot at Top Model.
You will meet him at the first, if not second, judging.
Of cycle 14.
Cycle 4014.
He calls it.
I lost count.
Wait, so you have a new boyfriend? Where'd you meet him?
I met him in the street.
Okay, you met him in the street.
I was streetwalker girls, and I met him.
In Paris or America?
Yes, no, he's French. His name is David Vendon, and he's a simple guy, you know, nice guy.
Are you in love? When we come back, we're going to talk about Jay and heartbreak. We'll be right back.
Still to come, Miss J helps this woman tell her mama the secret she's been hiding.
What is it?
I'm gay.
Jay Day. He's a fierce judge and diva coach extraordinaire on Top Model, and now he's an author. His brand new book, Follow the Model, drops in stores today. Now, before we were talking about being in love, and you said that you're in love now with a young chap that I'm going to meet very soon. But I know that you've had some heartbreak before, too.
If none of you had heartbreak, you all are as full of as a Christmas turkey. Yes, and you want to hear something funny?
What?
He just sent me an email 10 days ago.
Saying what?
How good all this was, and he wants it back.
Ooh!
When you lay it on them, they can't stay away.
Do you want to share what happened?
Well, I just got a bit. He was married, you know, 3 kids. I stayed in touch.
Married to a woman?
Married to a woman, 3 kids.
He was on the DL.
He was on the DL, and then, you know, it was like dipping and dipping, and then he got caught, and then he had to kind of like get out of it. Then he was with me, and then it was, you know, when it's the booty call, after the booty call. You know, I said, okay, it's nice. Then they keep calling you back. Then they pop up 6 months later. Okay, fine. Let's roll in the hair again. And then it happened. We kept getting closer. And it was like moving with me. And unfortunately, I'm so independent that I could not move in with him, which is fine. I like my own space. Thank God I didn't, because I would have to beat him so seriously down. If I moved out of my stuff and moved into your stuff and you got rid of my stuff and put me out, no, that was not going to happen. Yeah. But, and then I didn't see him for about 8 years until the son got married, and I showed up at the wedding, and he was a bit nervous to meet me, and he explained all of this in an email, and I have not seen him since I received this email, and I thought the only way I can do this is to confront him face to face, let him know it's not going to happen, but he is still determined
to get you back.
To come back.
After pulling through all that.
And the house is ready. Got 2 swimming pools at the house now. We can keep 40 people in the house. You can bring your friends if you want. It did sound kind of cute, though. I thought, you know, 2 swimming pools and, you know, the house. But I thought, no, you know, and I mean, with our careers and me traveling, fine, I can be any place you want me to be. I'm ready now. It's really important. You know, I'm ready to share my grandchildren with you, and I think it's just a bit too late for a beautiful moment.
Yeah, good. And I remember this, actually. We talked about this in one of our cities of Top Model, Australia, I think.
Yes, we did. We did.
And we went deep.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We did. Yes,
I remember that deep talk. He was like pouring all his heart out. And
it was really serious. And then after that was with Alex. And what you do...
Which one is Alex?
Alex is the baby daddy.
Oh, the baby daddy.
The baby daddy.
Got it.
That's the doctor. It's the baby daddy.
Oh, and that was the other story.
That was, well, I probably ran into from one story to the next.
Oh, my God, I thought it was one story.
And, you know...
Because I was like, oh, my gosh, how can a person take all that? I thought it was one person.
I said to Tyra, and this is so true, when the kiss is different, something ain't right.
Yes, he did. Yes, you did. You said it's in the kiss, and I said, yes,
because he started kissing me as though I had stomach cancer. He wasn't looking right. He was just all eyes over here. Then the touch wasn't right, and then
talked about
he was passive aggressive when the phone would ring. Why are you taking the phone out the room, going down to the other room to talk? And then he only spoke English to a few people. And I'm thinking, you speaking English? And then the voice, hello? Oh, hi. And I'm thinking like, So I became a bloodhound. And I began kind of like, asking questions, but left field questions, and the response, and he would talk to me, and his eyes would run to the corner. I'm thinking like, something ain't right. And finally one day he just got sloppy, and I found the email, so I made a copy of everything.